red wool, what will you make? Red wool, what would you like to become?
A dress of jasmine, a scarf of crystal, begin at 4 but finish by 10. One thread of my wool will fetter your ankles, will knot and choke the bitter wreath.
Did you see the wedding?
No.
Neither did I. Oh, what happened down in the vineyard? What happened in the shadow of the olives? What's happened? Nobody's come back. Did you see the wedding?
We told you we hadn't.
Neither did I.
Red wool, what is your song? Red wool, what would you like to sing about?
Wounds, made of wax, and everlasting sudden pain, of a carnation opened by moonlight, closed as stone, nights with eyes open under the earth.
The wool was broken by a sharp stone, a flint cut it, a blue sharp mountain set it free. It runs, because it must, to break the bread and bury the knife.
Red wool, what are you saying? Red wool, what would you like to tell us?
The lovers speechless, the groom is red, on the bank of the river, I saw them lying.
Run, bring the wool. I feel them coming, covered with mud, bodies stiff, and the white sheet heavy as marble.
Are they coming?
We don't know.
What happened at the wedding? Tell us.
Nothing.
I want to go back. I want to know everything.
Go to your house. Stay there, brave and alone. Grow old and weak. Keep the door shut. Shut out everybody, dead and living. We'll seal the windows. Let the rains and the nights fall on the bitter weeds.
What has happened?
It doesn't matter. Veil your face. Your children are your children. Nothing else. On your bed, put a cross of ashes where his pillow was. Little girls, is there a bit of bread?
Go away.
Why?
We don't like your voice. Go away. Don't be so rude.
I could have asked for your eyes. A cloud of birds follows me. Do you want one?
I want to go home.
Take no notice of her.
Did you come by the stream?
I did.
Oh, can you tell us?
I saw them. They'll soon be here. 2 torrents lying without a movement among the great stones. 2 men dead at the feet of a horse. Dead in the beauty of the night. Dead, yes, dead.
Oh, I can't bear to hear it.
Their eyes broken flowers. Their teeth 2 fistfuls of frozen snow. They fell together, and the bride returns with their blood in her hair, and on her skirt. They're coming now, covered by blankets, carried by tall young men. It happened, and that's it. It was right. Over the golden flower, dirty sand.
Dirty sand.
On the golden flower.
On the golden flowers, they're bringing the dead from the river. One dark skin, the other dark skin. Over the golden flowers, the shadow of the nightingale flutters and sobs.
Be quiet.
Hear Hopus.
I said be quiet. Is anybody there? My son should have answered, but my son's nothing now. An armful of dry flowers, a faint voice on the other side of the mountain. Will you be quiet? I want no weeping in this house. Your tears are just tears. They come from your eyes. My tears will be different. When I'm alone, my tears will come from the soles of my feet, from my very roots, and they'll burn hotter than blood.
Come with me to my house. You can't stay here.
I want to be here, peaceful. Now they're all dead. At midnight I'll sleep, and I shan't be afraid of a gun or a knife. Other mothers will go to their windows, lashed by the rain, looking for faces of their sons, not me. And out of my sleep I'll make a cold marble dove to carry camellias of frost to the graveyard. No, not the graveyard. It's not a graveyard. It's a bed of earth, a cradle that shelters them and rocks them in the sky. Take your hands from your face. Terrible days are ahead. I don't want to see anybody. The earth and me, my grief and me, and these 4 walls.
Ugh, have pity on yourself.
I must be calm. The neighbors will be here, and I don't want them to see me so poor. Everything gone. A woman without one son to press her lips.
Where are you going?
Here.
Who is it?
You see who it is.
Do I? But I don't want to recognize her. Or shall I sink my teeth in her throat? Viper. Look at her there weeping, and me calm and not tearing her eyes out. I can't understand it. Does that mean I didn't love my son? And what about his honor? What happened to his honor?
Ow!
For God's sake.
Leave her. I came here so she could kill me. So they can carry me off with them. But not with your hands kill me, with your iron hooks, with a sickle, and with such force you can break it on my bones. Let her go. I want to know that I'm clean. And though I'm mad, they can bury me, and no man will have looked at himself in the whiteness of my breast.
I don't want to hear it. What does it matter to me?
Because I went off with the other one. Yes, I went. You would have done the same. I was a woman on fire, inside and outside a blaze of agonies. Your son was a single drop of water that I hoped would give me children and health. The other was a dark, big river carrying torn-up trees that brought me with the sound of its reeds and its song. And I was going with your son, your little boy of coal and water, but the other sent out thousands of birds that stopped me and dropped frost into the wounds of this poor, shriveling woman. This girl possessed by flames. I didn't want to. Do you hear me? I didn't want to. My whole hope was your son, and I haven't deceived him. But the other arms dragged me like a wave from the sea, and it would always have dragged me. Always. Even if I'd been an old woman and all your sons had tried to hold me down by the hair.
She's not to blame, and it's not my fault either. So who's to blame? A frail, delicate woman who sleeps badly and throws away a crown of orange blossom to find a patch of mattress worn by another woman?
Stop talking. Take your revenge. Here I am. Here's my throat. You see how soft it is? Easier than cutting a dahlia from your garden, but no. I am pure. Pure as a newborn child and strong enough to prove it. Light the fire. We'll put our hands into the flames. You for your son and me for my body. I shall last longer.
What does your honor matter to me? What do I care about your death? What do I care about anything? Blessed be the wheat because my sons lie under it. Blessed be the rain because it wets the faces of the dead. Blessed be God because he lays us all together so we can rest.
Let me weep with you.
Weep if you like, but there by the door.
He was a handsome horseman. Now he's a mound of snow. He rode the fairest in mountains and woman's arms. Now his brow is crowned with the moss of night.
Your mother sunflower, mirror of the earth, let them put a cross of bitter Orlander upon your breast, over you a sheet of shining silk, and let the water shape its sweeping between your fingers.
4 young men with weary shoulders.
4 splendid youths carry death slowly through the air.
Neighbors,
Here they come.
it's the same, the cross, the cross.
Sweet nail, sweet cross, sweet name of Christ.
Let the cross protect the dead and the living.
Neighbors, with a small knife, with a knife, a small knife. On an appointed day, between 2 and 3 in the morning, 2 men who were in love killed each other with a knife, with a small knife that barely fits the hand, but slides in cleanly through surprise flesh till it stops there, in the quivering, dark roots of the screen. Here's a knife, a small knife that barely fits the hand. Fish without scales or river, on an appointed day, between 2 and 3 in the morning. This knife left 2 men stiffening with yellow lips. It barely fits the hand, but slides in cold, through startled flesh till it stops there, in the quivering, dark roots of the screen.